and gentlemen, welcome to Full Contact Fun Addicts. I am John Della O with your host,
Aron Muro.
Aron Muro. Hi and welcome. As you can see, we have changed the lineup just a tad. We're going to be coming at you with a different perspective and some new ideas. So, the first idea, Aron, is we're going to rename our show. And I wanted to reach out to all those people who are listening out there in MMA podcast land. Help us name our show. If you send in, how does it work? How do people, what do you call it when people send, if you message us, is that what it is called?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, if Jesus Christ, if you Jesus Christ us,
look,
go ahead.
In the comments, go ahead and type in the comments what you think we should name the show. Try to come up with something creative. Tweet out MMA Jap. Or
that's her.
Go to my Facebook page, post, go to free admission, comment on this video.
Please like and share. Also subscribe. That said, if you send us a name, is that what you were just telling them? Send us a name of what you think the new show should be. You win a date. You'll either win a Conca, did I say right? Conca t-shirt, or a date with Aron.
Or a date with John.
No, you didn't know. No, because then I would have to pay, and then no. And
50 cent
I'm already spoken for and all that. So once again, you can win a Conca shirt or various other prizes. Anyway, so let's get to the subject. Okay, this weekend is UFC 223, Aron,
yep.
and I know that you are really.
Before we start, let's just put it out there that this is the 507th day that Conor McGregor hasn't defended his belt.
507 days for Conor McGregor. Okay, what belt does he hold?
The lightweight belt.
The lightweight belt. Okay, now here's the neat thing about that. I mean, but he fought. When did he fight Floyd Mayweather? It was in
August 25th last year.
August. Okay, so he hasn't done any actual fighting, and it'll probably be a year before, at least a year before he fights again, right?
Well,
let's say he signed today to fight. It'd probably be 2 months away at least.
I'd say 2-3 months
away. 2 or 3 months away.
Yeah.
So he would be almost a year away from fighting. And people are texting me. That's probably your old lady wanting to know what I'm doing later, but I'm busy. So anyway,
anyways, so this weekend we have Max Holloway and Khabib
Nurmagomedov.
Khabib fighting at UFC 223. Right. Max Holloway's filling in for Tony Ferguson, who, if you don't know by now, is injured, and he's gone. He's off the card. They're stripping his interim belts. They're stripping Conor McGregor.
They're stripping them both?
They're stripping them both.
They're both going to be stripped.
Apparently, they're supposed to be stripped per Dana White.
Okay, why are they stripping Tony Ferguson? Because didn't he get injured at a press conference?
He got injured doing media duties for UFC. Yeah. So
talk about insult to injury. Why are they stripping him? Do they not believe he's actually hurt? Do they think he's pulling out of this fight for less than honest reasons?
There is no answer to that. I don't know. But
then why would they strip him?
Why would they strip him?
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying
What reason did they give?
Haven't gotten a reason.
Okay. So so go on. I didn't mean to interrupt your thought.
Ferguson doing UFC media obligations, falls, tears his ligament off the bone, and he's out of the fight. So now we have Max Holloway on 6 days' notice fighting Khabib Nurmagomedov. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Wasn't Max Holloway already injured, up to 10 days ago, something like that? He was just coming back, and they were saying, hey, you can put weight on your leg and whatnot? Yeah, he pulled out of UFC 222 to fight Edgar.
He's the 145 champ, right?
He's 145 champ right now. Pulled out of UFC 222 because of a leg injury. Apparently, March 20th, on an interview, he said that he was doing good with his physical therapy, and they were letting him put weight on his leg, yada, yada, yada. Now here we are.
When was this that he said this?
March 20th.
March 20th, so 10 days ago.
10 days ago. Yeah.
And now he's...
And now he's fighting Khabib for the 155 belt.
Well, my hat's off to him. If indeed he was really so injured that he was a few days away and he decided, hey, by the time we get in the ring, and what was it? He's got another week about, right? 5 days till he gets in that cage. The healing power of profit is it should not be underestimated. He stands to probably make a healthy penny, off of this. And Khabib, man, I don't know that anyone, outside of Tony Ferguson was really going to fare any better than someone who's injured and been out for a while. How long was he out? How long did he have to pull out from when he pulled out of his last fight?
Well, 222 was what, in
1 month ago?
Beginning of March?
Right.
Yeah. Now my question is I wonder what weight he's at right now, because he's going to need to cut weight this week.
Okay, well, he's up from 145, right?
So if he's a 145 guy, he probably doesn't walk around at 145.
Probably not, but I don't think. I mean, he could probably do it in his sleep. It's not hard to cut that weight. I mean,
Okay.
upwards of 10 pounds in a day. I'm
Okay.
sure and he's probably in better shape than I am.
I think he was 169 like a week ago.
Oh yeah, and they're fighting at which? Well, they might even fight
155.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's nah. For guys like that, when you perform it, and remember, you have to remember about making weight. You only have to weigh that weight for however long it takes for you to stand on that scale and then to read it. You don't have to weigh it 1 second after. You
Yep.
sure don't have to wait.
Friday morning.
Yep.
Friday
that's it.
morning, he just needs to make 155.
That's right.
So this is for the 155 belts. Holloway already holds the 145 belt. Now, let's say that Holloway wins this fight, and now he's holding 2 belts.
Sure. Let's say that. And while we're saying that, let's talk about world peace and a renewable energy source that will, forever keep our planet safe.
So you're taking Khabib.
Absolutely. Nurmagomedov is an amazing talent. I mean, I don't watch a lot of fights. And it's not because I don't like watching fights. It's because I don't like all the pomp and circumstance that goes before, during, and after. I don't like listening to certain people and their commentary. I don't like the in-your-face way it's presented. But I do like watching certain people. And when Ronda Rousey was on the rise, I really enjoyed watching her, and I followed her career. Another one that I liked to watch was Anderson Silva, just because it was so good. I liked watching Fedor when he was fighting regularly. He was so good. I liked watching George St. I still like watching George St. Pierre because he's so good. Same with Mighty Mouse and a few others. And I think Khabib Nurmagomedov is one of those guys who is going to, rise up. And for a while anyway, he's going to be, the guy who everyone says, pound for pound, pound for pound. You know what I mean? Especially if he keeps winning. And obviously, at some point, Mighty Mouse is going to lose. So, then you'll have that. The one thing about this business or this sport is that it will quickly move on to the next greatest of all time, like that. From Chuck Liddell to Anderson Silva to George St. Pierre, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, well, let's say that Holloway keeps it on the feet.
Okay.
He has really good takedown defense.
Okay.
I'll take if that's the case. If they can go, if they're going into the 3rd round, I'll take Holloway by decision.
Well, this is a championship match, so it's a 5-round fight.
I know,
right?
but
So,
I'm saying if they're starting to head into the 3rd round.
And Max Holloway's kept it on his feet the whole time.
Yeah.
You have to understand something. Someone like Khabib Nurmagomedov will take you down, and he can do enough damage there, right? Let's say he takes you down with 20 seconds left in the round, right? You managed to survive that. You've only got a minute to recover, right? And you're coming out every time you stop him from taking you down. You get a little weaker. You put a lot of effort into, And no, has he been hit hard yet?
Nurmagomedov?
Yeah. He has.
Yeah, he's been,
He got a little wobbled by Michael, the Menace.
Oh, yeah. God, who is it?
Johnson.
Yes, Michael Johnson.
How do you forget a name like Michael Johnson?
Put him on wobbly legs.
Okay, and what happened? He took him down and beat his ass on the ground, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. So
did.
if Max Holloway on 8 days rest or on 8 days notice, up from 145 pounds, with a gimpy leg can hit Khabib harder than Michael Johnson did, then your argument may hold some water. Which is not to say it's not a valid argument.
I guess I have a personal interest in Max winning this fight, but at the same time,
you think he's cute. You do. I know you do.
Hey,
can we get a picture of Max up
those
there
Hawaiian boys.
Well, like one that everyone can, one that I can see.
I'm really not into those wings, man. I don't know.
What? My ears? They're not wings. They're not that big. And let me tell you something. They're not misshapen like most guys who've been fighting as long as I have. They're a little bit large, but that runs in my family. But they, anyway, yeah. Okay.
Cauliflower ear runs in your family?
Well, yeah. Actually, it does. My brother has it worse than I do. But cauliflower ear runs in very funny. We have a susceptibility to. Now let me see. Okay, now I can see this picture. Now I don't see how. Okay, in like a maybe if we were in a beauty contest, he might at this point he might win the bathing suit portion of it, but I gotta say
he's all right. He's all right.
Yours truly is a little bit better looking. I mean, I don't have those cool tattoos.
I give him a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
anyways, yeah.
He's a hell of a fighter, though. I will tell you that. Max Holloway is definitely well, he's the champion at 145, but I don't see him beating Khabib Nurmagomedov. Everything is against him.
So then, if Khabib wins, then where are we at? What happens to Ferguson?
Isn't this the second time he's had some sort of weird shenanigans happen?
This is the fourth fight. This is the 4th fight that they've tried to make with Ferguson and Khabib.
Really?
Yes.
And what were the reasons for the other ones? Did Nurmagomedov?
So the first one, Khabib was injured. The second one, Ferguson got injured. The third one, Khabib didn't make weight.
Really?
Ended up at the hospital.
Huh.
And here we are at the 4th.
So they both screwed up twice, right?
Right.
Don't make the fight. Clearly, they don't want to fight each other. One doesn't want to fight the other. I mean, and I'm not putting anyone down. I mean, I think there are probably more adult grown men way of saying, hey, I just don't want to fight the guy for whatever reason.
So you're saying he backed out? You think he backed out? No.
I don't know.
Kukui,
if he's really that hurt. Well, what about the first time? He was hurt the first time too?
He got injured the first time, but so did Khabib.
How do you get injured? How do you get injured at a press conference?
Wires tripping. I don't know, man. Shit. It's all a mystery.
All right. Well, if you say so. But, for some reason.
Although he was kicking poles probably, like a week before, 5 days before. He was kicking a metal pole. I
don't know. Anything's possible. Speaking of kicking poles, we have the Felice Herring and Caroline how do you say it? Carolina? Konkowitz, right? What is your take on that one?
That's a big fight, actually, for that division. Felice is ranked number 9. Carolina is ranked number 4. Carolina already fought Joanna when she was the champ, and she lost that fight.
She got knocked out, yeah?
No, it went to decision.
Decision, okay.
And Felice is coming up in the ranks. So if Felice wins this fight, she could get a title shot.
Okay, let's talk about Felice Herring and her opportunities and her title shots. Now, a lot has been said about her attitude towards her opportunities and the opportunities afforded her. What's your take on it? She's spoken out about, if she was prettier, she would be here. If she showed more ass, she would be here, or whatever. How much validity is there to that, do you think? Does she have a legitimate argument?
From my perspective, no. If you look at the top contenders, there's no complaints there. I mean, they're good-looking women, I guess. I don't know. Just come and fight. Well, just fight. And she's really improved. Her ground game has improved. Her striking is improving. I don't know how good her striking will be against Carolina, because Carolina is
another one of those Eastern European
is a great striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the people coming from that part of Europe. They had the Russians are the best example, but they're so strong, they're so determined, and they're so unflappable. Like you don't see them break.
They're durable. Yeah.
Yeah, durable. That's a good way of looking at it. And I'm gonna go with Carolina on that one.
Yeah, I'm taking KK on that too.
KK, yeah, KK. Yeah, okay. So
Felice has a good chance though, but although in that fight with Casey, who did she fight? Was it Casey Courtney? I felt like Casey Courtney won that fight, but she actually had more significant strikes.
Yeah.
I felt she won that fight, but Felice got it. And
now, did you see this live or on TV?
On TV.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where that fight was, but yeah, I saw that on TV.
Was it in Eastern Europe or something like that? Did you see that movie Hostel? Be careful if you go to Eastern Europe.
I have no plans on going to Eastern
Czech
Europe.
Republic,
I won't
right?
even look. I'm a fearful traveler. I stay in the U.S.
Oh, there you go. Because there's everywhere
I'm
in
going
the
to
US is safe
Vegas.
to say.
Okay.
Vegas. I'll tell you a story about what happened to me in Vegas at my brother's bachelor party.
Is the same brother with cauliflower ears?
Yeah, well, he's got his cauliflower ear is much larger than mine.
That shit might get you into the club, man.
I don't know. When it was his bachelor party, the UFC hadn't been. I don't think it was legal in Las Vegas yet when we went there. But that's another story for another time. Joe Lauzon versus Grumacher. What? I've seen Joe Lauzon. God, or Lauzon. Is that how you say it? Lauzon. I say it wrong. Chris, how do you say it?
Grumacher.
Grumacher. All right. Joe has always been impressive with me. He's always fought such a strong fight, and he's always had just a really impressive bring it to you style. At least that's what I got to him. I don't know a lot about Grumacher, but I know that he's another guy who's technically very very solid.
Yeah, I think he's coming off a couple losses.
Okay.
I'm taking Lauzon on this. I don't know that much about Grumacher, but I'm taking although Lauzon, he's coming off of a loss too. Didn't he get knocked out in his last fight? God, who did he fight? Who did he fight last? I think he got knocked out in his last fight, if I remember.
He fought Ionetta too, didn't he? Lauzon?
Lauzon?
Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, Ionetta knocked him out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. Okay, so we know Joe's susceptible to the knockout, and later, and that was a few years ago. This was like 3 years ago, right, when he fought Ionetta. So we know that Joe's been around. Is he shop worn? Are they rolling Grumacher out so Joe can sharpen his blade and maybe move up? I don't know. It'll be interesting seeing where he is, because sometimes when they start to go, start to get beat here, start to win some, lose some, that's when they usually make a transition to another organization. Did you look up what his last fight was?
Can we get this? Can we get the stats?
There's also the Bellator, and then what is the Japanese one now? What is it called now? What is it called this year?
Risen.
Rising.
Where you can do soccer kicks.
Yeah, which is fine, but you can't throw elbows right on the ground.
That's bullshit.
Like that.
I mean, if you're gonna let us, listen.
Okay.
If you're gonna listen.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you're gonna let someone do a soccer kick, you might as well let them throw some slashing elbows.
Okay, that's fair. You can throw some slashing elbows, right? If the doctor is not going to stop the fight. Do you see what I'm saying? If you're going to let these, if an elbow, one of the reasons why they stopped it wasn't because of the safety issues, but because fights were getting stopped prematurely because an elbow cuts right here, boom, and now you got excessive blood on a fight that could have really been something, but you got some stupid little cut that bleeds too much, and you have doctors saying, oh, no, let's blah, blah.
Vaseline him up, man, because I think in Risen they don't Vaseline him.
I want to give you, you can look this up, and I don't know if you've seen it.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Okay, as a fighter.
Ex-fighter.
What ex-fighter? What would you rather get, a soccer kick to the head or a slashing elbow?
Well, I've had both, right? The only time I've ever been cut in any of my fight was from a slashed elbow.
Yeah.
my whole philosophy was not to get struck at all, right?
Right.
So I didn't get hit a lot. But what would I rather get hit by? A soccer kick or a slashing elbow? I'll take the soccer kick. I really will. I'll take the soccer kick because... No, I'll take the elbow because if I take a soccer kick, that means I'm down on all fours.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'm probably already out. You know what I mean? If I can't protect myself from a soccer kick.
You know what I wish they'd bring back, though, is stomping. What's wrong with
You can't
that?
stomp the feet anymore?
No, you can. But
Okay.
you can't I don't think
You can't stomp the downed guy? You can't stop his ribs or anything like that?
Yeah.
Look, okay, and I've said this before on when this show was hosted by other middle-aged guys. I said that you need to decide what you want your product to be. Do you want it to be a sport, or do you want it to be a fight? And you must decide to market it as such, right? You can't have it both ways. You can't ban all these things and then turn around and say these guys are, and then play that real aggressive music and show them in a cage and show them and then you can't do it. You can't do it. You don't see baseball going, that's going to be a knockdown dragger. They're taking the bats to their balls and they're going to no, right? No, it's a sport and it's a sport, right?
Yeah. No, it's a little hard to market soccer kicks and stomps. So,
people would love to see it, and one of the reasons why pro wrestling still has a pulse is because it will show these things that the UFC used to let you do, right? And granted, it's in a different way, but so nobody wants to see the sport overregulated like they've seen it in so many other things. Stop calling me. You know I'm on the air, and you know I don't know how to turn off my phone. That's you, Lucy. Stop calling me. Jasmine, stop harassing me. Do you understand? Stop calling me. I'll just take the battery out. I don't know how. It doesn't.
Here, give me your phone.
No. All right, hold on. All right, go ahead.
So, anyways,
so we're talking about.
Let's talk about the combing.
Hold on,
because
hold on.
All right, yeah.
All right, I was going to answer it. Anyway, let's talk about the co-main event. So we got this is Rose Namajunas, and I have trouble pronouncing Joanna's last name.
Namajunas.
Huh?
Joanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, your check.
And Joanna. Okay, so Joanna is this heavy-hitting, trash-talking, brash, strong. Hold on. Yes, can I help you?
Oh my
Lucy,
God, Jesus
Jasmine.
Christ.
They hung up. You hung up. Trying to start shit, but you can't. Anyway, so this brash, trash-talking, hard-hitting, just tough as nails individual against Rose, who is, to me, she's like. Did you ever see that movie, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
Oh, yeah.
I got that kind of image from her, and not just because she has short hair, but because she was she took control of her own fate. Everyone was saying, this may seem a bit esoteric to our blue collar, tough guy, tough girl fans, but everyone was counting her out. Joanna, the horrible shit that Joanna was saying to her about, her do you want to hurt yourself and stuff like that. I was like, that's uncalled for, right? I
Really?
Can't say that I wouldn't say it to somebody.
I love it.
All right, that's what I said.
I love Joanna violence.
Okay.
I love it.
All right. Well, violence is
ahead,
fine, but that kind of talk, it's a little bit.
You got to sell the fight, man.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Fair enough. And what are the first words out of that? Like, what are the words? If someone said that to me and I beat them like that, I would be cursing them. I would be rubbing it in their face, right? I would not be the bigger person, as they say. However, to hear this wonderful flower of a girl, I swear to God, it's the truth. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, I love Rose.
And she
too.
says, I am a good person. I'm like, oh my God, yes, you are. And for me, that makes me want to watch. I am going to watch UFC 223, not because I'm on a podcast, not because of Khabib Nurmagomedov or Joe Lozon, and not even because of Joanna. It's because of Rose. Rose has made embittered or bitter ex-fighters like me say, hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. And Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. Rose has come a long way from tough, and she really had to get through that last fight mentally. Joanna will get in your head, man. She will. Don't you agree that part of the fight game is mental? A lot of it.
Well, there's an old saying: 95% of the game is half mental. But yeah, well, it's mostly mental. I mean, because you can put in the time with the training, and you can put in the time. If your body fails you, right, but your mind doesn't, you can still stick to that fight. If your mind fails you and your body's sharp, you're gonna lose. I promise you that. I've had fights I've gone in, and I don't want to talk about glory days and all, but I've had fights when I've gone in sharp as a tack. My mind was good. I was in great shape. I always did well. But the times that I did lose were times when my mind was not right. And sometimes for some of us, and I don't know how it is for Rose or Joanna, but for me, this switch would go off in my head. And it would go off early once I knew I had a fight on the times that it did happen. And I would do everything I'd try to train it out of me. Focus, visualize, read this, tell yourself this, listen to that, watch Rocky, whatever, a bunch of time, whatever you could do. And I couldn't flip that switch back on, and it wound up short-circuiting me. There were other times when the switch never went off and I was fine, and I think it's an anxiety thing, and I know that Rose has had mental health concerns.
You're right.
And it'll be interesting to see how she deals with it. This is one of those things that can make or break someone. Not Rose, it's not going to break her, but if she beats Joanna again, it's like, remember when Ronda got beat twice? Right?
Yeah.
She was done, and one would argue as Joanna got beat a lot worse than Ronda did, right? Didn't get as busted up, right? But she got handled a lot quicker, right? And so if Rose were to beat Joanna again, where does she go from there? And let me ask you that: where does she go from there?
Joanna?
Yeah. Joanna or Joanna? I'm so bad with these names.
If Rose beats Joanna again, I would have to say, God, geez, man, that's two. We can't even really go for the trilogy. I guess you'd have to wait around for Rose to fight.
Tito Ortiz or Ken
who would Rose fight after that? Andrade, because she hasn't fought Andrade.
Well, Rose is the champ, right?
And yes.
So if she beats Joanna again, she's defended her title, and you fight the number one contender. That's.
The number one contender is Joanna.
Not if she beats her again.
No. She will be.
She'll be in a cold, dark place. Yeah.
She'll still be number one. We have to consider, Joanna's defended her belt 5 times now. She almost beat Rousey's record. So So let's also talk about their last fight.
Okay.
When Joanna and Rose fought last time. Now listen, Joanna had apparently taken on another nutritionist, and her nutrition just wasn't right.
Oh really?
Okay.
What does that mean?
So this is what I told you guys earlier I was going to chime in about. So, JJ doesn't usually like to make excuses. Johanna, it's easier to say JJ for me instead of the whole thing.
I get you.
She was on Aron Hawani today, and she talked about that she had a really, really bad weight cut, and she feels that was really what happened. Like that, try not to make as many excuses as she can. She didn't really want to talk about it. She did say Rose is the champ, and the normal things that people say, respectfully, but she was giving out a lot of facts of what happened and how far she was off, and how bad, and how much
How far was she off?
She was at like 30.
Yeah, she was at like 130.
130 with.
And what did she weigh in at?
She weighed in at 115.
She was right on the money.
Yeah, you can't go. They don't give you the extra pound on a championship.
But the thing was that she said, according to the nutritionist she had, the plan was that she would be at 127 at a certain rate, but she was at 130, and 3 days away, like every day they said it was supposed to go down, and it was just water that she had. It never went away. And then she stuck to the plan, but the plan wasn't working. And then it got so close that she had to cut like 4 or 5 extra than it normally would have, and that's what kind of gave her a really hard time. She was this close to like hospital, no IV,
she said she had taken like 10
10
baths versus her 3.
Take a bath to lose weight?
Your hot bath or whatever.
The salt,
that's what they do,
the
salt
Epsom
baths.
salt.
Okay, look, okay.
But okay, hang on.
All right.
So their last fight, now she comes in. Now when they did the early weigh-ins, she was the very last fighter to weigh in. She had 5 minutes left. So she obviously did have a weight problem, during her camp.
Sure.
Okay. So now coming into this fight, we're not expecting a weight problem. So we see,
what, did she get a new nutritionist? Is that what it is?
Or
is it possible that she just took
she's
Rose?
taking control of her nutrition.
Is it possible she took Rose lightly and didn't train very hard? And when you don't train hard, the weight doesn't come off. And when the weight doesn't come off, you're forced to get it off.
You know, the other thing
that is okay. No,
I agree.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. And this is important because clearly Joanna has gone further than I have. Obviously, she was a UFC champion. Okay, so you can say, well, what have you done, Della? Oh, I'm like, okay, that's not what I'm saying. But when you get to where you are. Right? When you get to basically the apex of the fight game, UFC champion, right? And you are suddenly having trouble with your weight, these are all things that should have been hashed out on your way up. Now, how many fights did she had before she came to the UFC? I don't know, probably about 10, right?
I mean,
maybe 20?
And she has a great Muay Thai record.
Okay, so when you say, oh, well, suddenly she couldn't make this weight, right? It tells me that success may have spoiled her or gotten to her head.
Here's the other problem, I think, and this is what I thought last time during fight week, was that her, and I also, listen, I felt the same way about Bisping when he fought.
Why are you pointing at me? All right, I'm not accusing you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I thought the same thing about Bisping. When during fight week for GSP, they are doing way too much media. They have way too many. I really feel like they are over.
Oh, you mean too many public appearances and whatnot?
Just yeah.
Well, that's what drives the sport, yeah. But
too much media during the week, and I actually felt like Joanna did too much that week, and maybe that affected her weight cut a little.
Well, could have, maybe, yeah, but you gotta pay your dues if you're gonna make the news, as they say. So yeah, maybe they are pushing them to do too much. That said, your pick. I'm gonna let you pick who you think's gonna fight or who's gonna win the fight, Rose or Joanna. JJ, as our Robert says.
I'm taking Joanna. I'm taking Joanna Violence.
Joanna Violence.
Yep.
Is that that is her nickname, Violence?
That's what we call her.
Oh, okay. Violence.
Joanna Violence. I'm taking her by decision.
You're taking her by decision.
I'm taking her by
decision. So
decision.
she's going to be so violent that she's going to win by decision.
Listen.
Hold on. I've been listening. It's my turn to talk.
Listen.
Let me tell you something. All right?
Okay.
People like Rose come along once in a lifetime in every sport. People who just don't fit into the mold. In baseball, there was a pitcher years ago. His name was Mark Fidrich. Now, he didn't last very long, but he did not fit the mold of your average baseball player. And when you see someone like that come along, it's best to embrace it. And whether it was a fluke or not, we're going to find out, right? At least somewhat when Rose fights again. So I'm going to put my money on Rose Namajunas, not because of what she's already done, but what I think someone with her indomitable spirit can achieve. And I'm going to go with Rose. And I'm going to say Rose is going to arm lock Joanna and break her arm.
Joanna has great takedown defense, man.
Like last time, right?
She didn't get taken down.
No, she blocked it with her chin, right? She blocked that takedown with her chin.
Okay, I'm gonna give my fight opinion, even though you guys didn't ask. And then we're gonna hit the chat room and talk about some people that are in here. Okay. I'm going with JJ. I think that I believe partially what you said, that maybe she took Rose lightly. I think that she's gonna be crisper, sharper, and just going to beat the crap out of her for 3 rounds and get a TKO.
Yeah, I think she's going to get that. God, she does that just quick, almost like Mayweather does, right? That quick jab that you don't.
Yeah, the quick jab
you
that
don't
doesn't knock
see
anybody out
like
except for Conor
they're
McGregor.
like,
yeah.
I'm getting hit in the face. I'm getting hit in the face. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's really what I want to see.
Okay, we got
Broken arm. You heard it here first. Joanna, we'll have this discussion again because not only will her career be up in the air, her health will be too. With a broken arm, she's gonna have to go up in weight class. Because yeah, there you go, and then she won't have trouble making weight. Go ahead.
You know what? You know what? Let me tell you something. All right. Okay.
All right,
Here we go.
it.
Here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
okay.
All right.
All right.
Now, if
gonna point at me.
Joanna wins, if Joanna wins, you're wearing a Angel shirt.
Ha! I would wear a dress before I wear an Angel shirt. And I've been around the
You're
fight
wearing
game. No,
Angel shirt.
I've been around the fight game long enough to know that anybody
ain't got no
can
faith.
get beat.
Ain't got no
am not
faith.
telling you, I will
No
never
faith.
be spurged
No
by
faith.
Grandpa James Della by wearing an Angel shirt. Hell no. No. In fact, okay, but let's make a wager here. Angels. All right. No. Not
Okay.
gonna happen.
All right.
Like I said, I know enough about the fight game to not no. That would burn my skin. I'm getting older.
God,
So we
no
got-
faith.
we
You
got
know she's gonna lose. You already know.
No.
we got Arturo in the chat room.
Arturo Ramos.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Art?
We got the volcano. We got Vince.
The volcano.
Yeah.
Ala Latoa?
Yes, sir.
Vince Ala Latoa, my good friend for a long time. How are you, Vince?
CJ's in here too.
CJ Infante?
Yes.
Hey, you doing?
We got who else? Okay, so Art actually says MMA Digest.
What does that mean?
That's one of the names for
One
the
of the
show.
names.
Oh, MMA Digest. Okay, hey.
That's
so
making
far
me
he's in the
hungry. I'm
lead for the
hungry
date
right
with
And then MMA Confidential.
That's cool.
Probably already something confidential.
Tom Dupree's up in here.
What's up, Billy Bonds?
We got Peter Renteria.
Pete, how you doing, Pete?
And our really good friend, our correspondent, Adam Woods.
What's up, Adam?
We also have
Sorry, Adam.
Nicolette.
I love him. He's great.
Nicolette,
Adam's
how
everywhere.
are you, Nicolette? It's probably Fabi using Nicolette's profile.
No, Fabi's at work.
Hi to both of you.
Fabi's at work.
Fabi, you're at work. Get back to work, Fabi.
We got Jessica Perez, JP.
Oh, hey, Jay.
We got Giovanni Varela, good friend of the show. And we have a new guy. His name is Rudy Estevez, watching all the way from Las Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Hey, thanks Rudy for watching.
See you at International Fight
Does
Week.
anybody have any other suggestions other than Art and
No, but Marcus Banuelos says Joanna for the win.
Yes.
He also said Max for the major upset.
Yes.
Rudy says he's got Rose 100%.
Marcus knows exactly what he's talking about.
And check this out. We got a
Okay.
superstar checking in. Colin Crandall.
Oh, damn.
Another big podcast.
Right on, man.
All
What's up,
What's
Colin?
the name of Colin's podcast so we could give him a shout out?
Isn't it the MMA Power Hour?
Yes,
I believe
I
it
think
is.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, with the doctor. I can't remember. Doctor.
Colin, send us in and tell us. But hey, so make
Hit
sure
him in the
you-
chat room.
You also watch Colin's Power Hour. Is it MMA Power Hour?
Yeah, but it's MMA,
MMA Power Hour.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes.
And we got I want to say bags of, but he'll probably kill me. A good friend, Andrew Savaroli, says, hey, what's up, boss?
Hey, what's up, Andrew? Why is Sandra asking me if everything's okay? Is everything okay? Did someone get hurt? Talk to me.
What?
Again, that's it for the chat room. Go back to you guys.
Okay, well, so we're coming to the end, so let's talk about
Let's
fights
talk
that
about
are...
this shirt you're wearing. Let me tell you something. I've lived in Orange County my whole life, all right? My whole life. And in that time, I've seen the
You live in Orange County your whole life, but you're a Doyer fan.
That's right. And let me tell
Go
you
to
why.
LA.
Let me tell you what.
Go
When
to
I was
LA.
born in East LA. Hold on. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
All right,
Let me
okay.
tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. All right.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Well, that's one thing, right? Oh, my God.
Except when he ran to Canada.
Hey, that was an accident.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't want to get drafted. No, I'm not that old. The Rams came to town, right? They were at the Angel Stadium, Anaheim Stadium, but they called themselves the LA Rams. We did not root for them because we were from Orange County, and they could not carry the OC name. I watched the Angels go from the California Angels to the Anaheim Angels while Disney owned them, and back to now they're the LA Angels. Let's see, the LA Angels. All right. So I am not going to back a team that is too good for me. Now, they're literally saying Orange County is not good enough for us. We are the LA Angels of Anaheim. They can't even throw Orange County anywhere in there. The Angels and Artie Moreno can go to hell.
Okay,
right?
well, hang on.
Mike Trout, I don't care
Wait.
if you're the next Mickey Mantle and Albert Pujols. You keep swinging and missing, just like you are contributing to a long legend of failure in Anaheim Stadium. And until you start calling yourselves Orange County, Anaheim, or a reasonable facsimile thereof, I will continue my curse against the Angels.
Okay.
And that is all.
So just went real quick in case you all didn't know that there is actual shit seeping up through the field at Dodger Stadium. Thank you.
There's actual shit living around Angel Stadium, right?
Anyways, no one gives a shit about baseball on this podcast.
I must interrupt. A certain person in the chat room says, tell John to stop talking about baseball and stay on topic.
Who said that?
There you go.
His name is Daniel J. Kim.
Ooh.
Daniel J. Kim. Okay, let's talk about Daniel J. Kim.
Wait, hang on.
Should we do that? How about that? That's a topic. Daniel J. Kim trains in MMA and jiu-jitsu. Let's talk about Daniel Kim and his hair. How about that?
Well, let's go over the fight schedule for this weekend.
Okay, hold on. Fight schedule. Okay.
All right. So
All
wait,
right.
hang on.
Who's
So
fighting?
we've got no.
Are we talking about organizations?
Yeah. So Friday we've got on Access TV we have CES MMA 49, and then Friday again we have Bellator 196 on Paramount Network.
Who's main eventing that?
Which one?
Bellator, because I don't know.
It's Henderson and Huerta.
Dan Henderson?
No.
Benson Henderson.
Benson Henderson
Oh,
and
good. And Jay Huerta, is that his name?
no. It's
Roger.
Roger
Oh,
Huerta.
he's really good. I thought he was out for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He's been out of the mainstream for a while. He's been fighting.
Oh, yeah? All right, well, good. Good luck to Benson Henderson and Mr. Huerta, as I long for the day when fighters can be on the national or international stage and wear their sponsorship gear in the cage. Not have to wear some crappy, poorly manufactured by some poor kid in front of a sewing machine in Indonesia, Reebok, crappy, wannabe MMA gear.
Yes, bring dude wipes back.
Or
Okay,
head slick.
so and on Friday we have Titan FC 49,
That's
Gomez versus Suarez.
Which
okay,
Gomez
so
and which Suarez? Because there's a lot of Gomez
So
in this town.
Saturday, now listen, if you guys don't watch your Russian fights, you got to get on this. ACB is a big promotion. They're coming up. They're coming to the States. So usually, now they show ACB is on Fight TV. Get the app, download it. They'll give you
That's FITE, not
yeah,
FITE.
FITE.
For those of you who watch our show, you may not know how to correctly. Well, go ahead.
FITE TV. Go download the app. They'll give you for signing up. They'll give you credits. You can buy their pay-per-views on there that they have. It's great. It's a great app.
Hey, and the Russian fights. Nothing is better than watching fights that take place in a country where life is relatively cheap. Right? You'll see blood. You'll see fights going way longer. You'll see tons of knockouts. You'll see
The pace is great.
outstanding mismatches where guys just destroy the other guy.
ACB has pretty good matchups.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
And, you know what would be really neat to see is the preliminary card. That maybe we don't get to see over here. But yeah, ACB. I have seen. Like I said, nothing is better than watching fights in countries where
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, and
So we have ACB.
who's headlining that? That's Huerta and.
No.
Suarez?
That's for Bellator.
Okay, Suarez
Yeah.
and. Oh,
That's
is it Suarez? Like a
Suarez
Brazilian name?
Suarez and
versus
Gomez.
is
Okay.
that's Titan FC on Friday night. That's on Fight Pass.
There's a lot of fights going on.
Yeah, man.
Maybe
You
I
got to
can start
get
listening
on
to
it.
someone's
Shit.
podcast.
Jesus. Okay,
hey,
Friday night we got 3 fights. Friday we've got 3 fights. Okay. Saturday we've got ACB in the morning, and then Saturday night we've got Holloway versus Khabib. Early prelims on Fight Pass, FS1 prelims, and then the pay-per-view main card.
I think an early prelim that we should mention is Rawlings versus Evan Smith.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'll take Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too, actually.
I mean,
Ashley Evans Smith.
I'm
Yes.
actually surprised that Beck Rollins is still on the roster, to be honest.
Well, yeah, Ashley is very talented. She's still relatively young, isn't
Don't
she?
we have, wait a minute. Who else is on the early prelim? Because there's
Casares is a good one.
there's
Bruce Leroy.
Zabit's on
Oh,
there.
yeah, I like that kid.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce
yes.
Leroy.
Arlen Law.
Lobov and Caceres.
Cazares.
So Artem Lobov is on there.
Where's Caceres from?
Henry.
Huh? Oh, yeah? I thought he
Yeah.
looked familiar.
MMA Lab in Scottsdale,
Oh, really?
Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Shout
Glendale,
out to-
Arizona.
Well, I'm going to take Caceres just because he trains with one of my former students and good friend, Henry.
I'll take Lobov. I
Gross.
say he gets a swing in on him and knocks him out.
And in the world of groups and chats, Artem Lobov is GOAT. So
Oh,
that?
I go with
yeah.
GOAT. He's the GOAT, greatest of all time.
Who is?
Artem.
Who?
Artem Lobov.
Labov.
Yeah.
He's the greatest one of
It's
all
a
time.
joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I don't get it.
It's
a
a
goat.
huge inside joke with a lot of
Yeah.
Facebook groups
Okay,
and
can you let me in on this inner circle joke thing?
Dude, you've got to get on social media for real.
I have Instagram and Facebook.
mean-
I haven't updated my.
I've got pictures.
MySpace.
Look, I've got
if you
pictures.
have never if you want to see hilarious stuff, go watch John try to figure out how to use Instagram to take selfies
Hey,
and take
I know
video.
how to
It's
do that.
it took you like 6 months, but you can watch the progression as you go. It's
It is
hilarious.
You know what, here's
hilarious.
the thing was, I spent my whole life learning how to hurt people. All right, when I was.
All right. Well, so anyways, let's close this out. What's your
Hang on.
what's
Felice
your
Herrig.
social
Felice
media?
Herrig is fighting.
Oh yes.
Tell me about that. What are your thoughts on
Talk
that?
about Felice Herrig.
You didn't talk about that? Okay,
Yeah.
you got that. Okay.
Yeah. What's your Instagram?
It's on my phone.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's John DeLillo Jr.
It is John DeLillo Jr. I can
John,
confirm.
so people can follow John DeLillo Jr.
People do follow John DeLillo.
All right.
Jr.
Okay.
Or DeLillo Jiu-Jitsu. It's out there.
DeLillo
DeLillo,
Jiu-Jitsu.
Training Center.
Okay. All right. Well, you can follow him at John DeLillo whatever.
Oh, Junior.
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 My dad's
Jesus
name was John
Christ. It's
DeLillo.
long, man.
What?
That's your Instagram?
Oh, I know. It's not like sexy chick 169. Get out of here. What are you? What is you? You're like Jap, right? You're something Jap, Aaron
Yeah,
Jap?
you can follow me at MMA Jap.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
MMA Jap on Instagram, MMA Jap on Twitter. That's at MMA Jap Junkie on Twitter. Or you can
Put a junior next to the O
friend
on
me on
Instagram.
Facebook. I'm Aaron Muro,
Don't do
M-U-R-O.
Don't do that. Mike, yes. Aaron, say that again, Aaron Murrow?
Aaron Muro.
Muro. All right.
Say it right.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not real big. I don't have Twitter or whatever the hell it's called, or Chapsnat. I don't have any of that. So just tune into the
He's
podcast. I'm on another podcast tomorrow night called The Royal Ramble. Please check that out as well.
You can reach John on his rotary phone.
No, you can't reach John. Only your mom calls me on that phone, Aaron.
Oh, damn.
So I can do this all day.
Dial 911.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, also I'm gonna you can also check me out at Della O Training Center. That's on Facebook, or Della O Jiu Jitsu. That is also on Facebook. Orange County Championship Wrestling, Orange County Championship Wrestling School. Another story for another time. Okay, in closing, so you've got Joanna, you've got Khabib. Oh no, you took Max, didn't you?
I
You
took
said-
Max.
for some reason. All right, so we're gonna write these down. So, you've got Joanna, you've got Max, you've got we both got Joe, so that doesn't count. And you said you were taking Felice.
No, I took KK.
Okay, so I took KK too. All right, so on the Rose and Joanna fight and the Holloway Nurmagomedov fight, we're both picking against each other. Okay, so now we need to come up with what are we betting. All right. So if anyone is left watching after my last soliloquy about my life or about my social media savvy or lack thereof, I want you to tell me what should we bet between the two of us. And please don't. Well, yeah, I'm not going to do anything unsightly on the internet. So I'm not going to give her a lap dance or something stupid like that. Uptown Curtis Brown. How are you, Uptown Curtis Brown? Hi. It was one of my old students.
How about we change avatars on our social
I got in
media?
a fight at Curtis Brown's wedding. Almost knocked out another MMA punk. So.
Did you soccer kick him?
No. I pushed him into the bushes.
Fail.
And then everyone got in the
Fail,
way.
man.
I would have though. I'll do it now.
All right, you know what? Next card, let's do a bet. Next
We're doing
card.
one right
will-
now.
What?
You took Joanna. Oh, now you're trying to get out. You see this? Listen, all of you out there in the interwebs, you realize that she has
The
just tried to
interwebs.
back out. Whatever it's called, the cable. What is it?
Listen. I will bet you avatars on social media.
I don't even know. Avatar
Jesus
was
Christ.
this long movie that I couldn't stand. What is an avatar? Wait,
It's
no,
your
I know what
profile.
that is.
It's your profile
That's your
picture.
right?
Yeah,
Your profile
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
What is my profile picture? It's me. It's me. You're gonna trade me? You're gonna put you on my? No. No, that's not. That's weak. That means nothing to me. I'll do that right now. Here you go.
Okay. Well, we'll
You
come
cook?
up with one.
You cook?
Yeah, I cook.
Okay. What's your best?
Chicken enchiladas.
Yeah.
Wait, you
There's
like
no way
Mexican
me-
food? What kind
No,
of
there's-
Mexican are
there's-
you?
No, I was gonna say there's no way you could cook enchiladas better than my mom. All right. So.
I can't
and,
go
and
against
she
your mom.
specializes in chicken enchiladas. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not putting it down. That's just my mom.
Well, okay. How about
You will wash my car in a
okay.
Dodgers bikini.
Fuck that.
A one piece. We'll make it a one piece. How about that? In a Dodgers one piece.
How about a
And a
Dodgers?
Dodgers one-
I will wash your car in a Dodgers shirt. Now, what are you gonna do for me? You got to put on Angels.
No, I will not.
Then we can't
Sorry.
do it. Then we can't do it. Oh, you can put on a Dodger bikini.
Okay. You know what? I'll wear a Speedo.
Okay, there
A
you
Dodgers
go.
Speedo.
My car
and I will
is
wash your
dirty.
car. Not as dirty as
And I
mine.
want you guys
Inside out.
I
All right.
want like chest up against the windshield
You
and
got
all
it.
that.
You got
I'm
it.
doing it. All right.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
It's on.
I'm not wearing a thong though.
You want a violence? You better win this.
Yeah. No, there's two. It's two. If we wind up
We're
tied,
doing two?
then I win. because
Okay.
I'm-
All right.
What,
all right.
what's the songs that they played back in the 80s? You know, like the
Oh, beautiful girls.
or like the White Snake with the
Pour
liquor
some
on.
sugar
Oh
on me.
yeah.
We will film this.
Yes, we will.
Okay, all right,
So you
it's a
heard it
bet.
here first. Our angel friend here is going to be washing my car after this weekend. Now, yes. I'm sorry. No, yeah. I picked Rose Namajunas and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Those are my picks, right?
I'm taking Joanna and Holloway.
And she's choosing to wash my car with a loofah, right? In what is it? A Dodgers bikini?
Dodgers shirt. I am out
A
wearing
shirt.
a
Okay,
Dodger
a shirt.
bikini.
All right, a shirt.
God.
Okay. You know what's really going to
Disgraceful.
be funny is that she's going to be like, "What do you mean, just a shirt?" So that said,
Let's get
we're
outta
up against
here.
the hour. We're going to take it home.
All right.
I would like to mention OTM and OTMlive.com. What is the website?
OnTheMat.com.
OnTheMat.com for all your mixed martial arts fashion and training needs. They have gloves, fight shorts, gis, various things to rub on your skin to combat the spread of skin disease, as well as shoes, wraps, heavy bags. They have a store down here in Huntington Beach, not far, that I used to get all my stuff from. So, by the way, Scotty, if you're out there, if you're watching, hey, I don't know. I just want to take the time to debunk any untrue rumors that people may or may not have been saying about you and I. There is no beef between Scotty and I. I have never threatened him publicly
Oh, I
or
thought this-
privately.
I thought this was
and I
going
just
down
wanna
a whole
tell him
other path.
Hello, yeah, I know. Okay. No, did
These
you?
rumors between you and I.
Yeah.
Like,
So, Scotty,
okay.
you know what? Send me some shirts, some Conca shirts. We got Conca shirts here. Let's take a look at this real quick, right? If we don't get a good enough Dodger shirt, she might be washing my car in this. Conca, gis, shorts, shirts, gear. All right. So for John Della O and
Aron Muro.
this has been Full Contact Fun Addicts. I forgot what the yellow card meant, Robert. Oh, please like and subscribe. I'm sorry. You're supposed to remember these things. You haven't been hitting the
What?
head
Like, subscribe, share.
But mostly
Don't be
subscribe.
afraid to come back. I know, it's scary.
Hey, and next week we will have footage of Aron Muro washing my car in a T-shirt. So remember, tune in next week. Us.